All right. Big up the Mandem. Welcome back to another episode of Pitch Picks. Like and subscribe. 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 Did I do it enough, Zah? Did I do it enough times? Like and subscribe. We're almost at 1,000. I think we're at like 677. So shout out to all of you that like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Okay. I have to admit something. I might have been wrong about Holland. He might be good.
You don't say.
Yeah.
He might be pretty good.
Not a League Two guy?
No. He would be the best player on Arsenal, I'm officially convinced.
Fucking duh, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Water is wet.
Yeah, what?
Hey, welcome. Everyone's got a learning curve. Everyone's got a learning
I'm
curve.
sorry. So
Yeah.
that big fucking oaf that just scores hat tricks and has changed my whole fantasy team, I'm sorry. You could play ball. So, sorry.
That's so brave of you. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Florida man discovers logic.
Well,
Who would have thunk? This is crazy.
Not me.
Not me.
Yeah.
I honestly.
I didn't think he'd get there.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zah, do you think he's good?
He's probably the greatest. He's probably the greatest striker that's ever graced the Premier League. The people are in denial. The nostalgia will get you talking about people like Wayne Rooney, people like Thierry Henry, people like Alan Shearer.
I like the order that you did that in.
Roy,
Yeah.
and all. Yeah, Man United.
Yeah.
You guys talk a lot, but
No,
he's
it's
the best.
part of it is the way he looks, his face, like you just hate it.
Yes,
he has
that's
a
my problem.
supremely unlikable look to him with the stupid haircut, the shaved on the sides, and the ponytail, and it's hard. He's kind of like LeBron, where like LeBron is so big and so strong, and it's just like, I fucking hate this guy because he has every physical advantage you could ever want, and that's Erling Haaland too. He's the LeBron James of strikers.
Rudy, there's no way you think he's attractive.
He's absolutely. What are you talking about?
Oh my
Yes, he's attractive. What do you mean? No, he's 6'4". He has like perfect skin, nice jawline. He's way athletic. His hair is phenomenal. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
He's
Bro.
Ivan Drago. He's a Viking. He's all that
If
shit.
he wasn't a footballer and he was like an accountant, he'd get no bitches.
Nah, he's still what? He's
What?
6'4". 6'4".
You think he'd get fit birds?
Yeah.
What universe are you occupying? It ain't this one. That's crazy.
If he came to Barstool, you think he'd be like, what, top 5 best looking in the office?
Yes.
He'd get fat though. He'd probably
Yes,
get
he
fat.
would get fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Uncrustables.
Yeah.
Bro, they're fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes, he would. He would get fat. That's a fact. I would love to see that. Actually,
A fat Holland.
I
Yeah.
would love a fat Holland.
I love players that like get done playing and then they just explode. A lot of guys don't do it, but like R9,
R9 is
Rooney.
Rooney's getting
bad.
Rooney
thick.
isn't Rooney the same age as Cristiano Ronaldo?
Younger
Yes.
might be.
Yeah.
Really?
He
How
might be
awesome
younger.
is that?
I feel
I
like a
don't
lot of like footballers start taking steroids when they're done playing. Didn't our Arsenal boy do that?
Ozil.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
he's like on the.
yeah.
A couple
on the
guys
news.
do that. Fernando Torres is like a meathead now too.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Nasri's
Yeah.
the poster child of that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Rooney is aging at the speed of white, as they say.
He's British.
Yeah.
The fuck does the speed of white mean?
I let Rudy run with that, but I
It's
just said
just
he's British.
He's just aging.
Oh, like
so-
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Rapidly getting older. He
That
looks like he's 70.
Where is he now? Was he coaching Portsmouth or something?
Did he get a new job? I don't know
Nah,
how.
Yeah, he's a manager somewhere, I thought.
He's all available. He's available, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. I looked it up recently. It might be some like League 3 team or something.
Plymouth Argyle.
Plymouth. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Plymouth Argyle is.
They're
We do.
they're in the championship.
Fire.
Yeah.
You know who's gonna be in the championship soon? Yeah, not it. You guys might get relegated.
There it is.
Dude.
Oh,
You
want-
guys
you
are
want to start
you
there?
guys are
Jeez.
this
I mean,
bad,
it's the
bro.
biggest. It should have been top of the show. That's the biggest.
Oh, here we go.
No,
That
no.
that was
They're-
as bad and as embarrassing of a loss at the beginning of a year that I can remember for United. That was a pathetic showing. They're giving the
When did
ball
you s-
away.
When
They-
did you
they're-
start watching the league?
for United?
He's
For
going to
United
defensive already.
at home, Northwest Derby.
When did you
At
start
home,
watching
they
this
don't.
game?
They can't cover the back post.
My child.
3 guys wide open. That was pathetic by them.
It wasn't as bad as
Pathetic.
The Brentford one a couple years ago.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
When did you start watching the league? Brentford 4-0, 5-0 at Brentford, third or fourth game of the season.
Who was the manager there?
Eric Ten Hag.
Right. So
What
maybe
about
at
2018,
right.
3-0, same week, Matchweek 3-0 against Spurs.
But that's at the quote unquote beginning of the project with Ten Hag. You're in year 3. You spent all the money. You're supposed to be Manchester United. The only thing you can brag about is how much money you guys make internationally. You have nothing on the field to show for it. It gets worse every single time.
$700 million.
And then you went through the whole dog and pony show. We're getting rid of him. We're getting rid of him. We're searching for a new manager.
$700 million, Chief.
It is the fact that he's sitting there like you should be banging the table about this. This is your team. It's your manager. You've been there. He's been there year 3.
I feel more passion from Chief.
Yeah,
about your club
he's
than you.
dead inside. He's defeated. He knows it's true. Now he's stuck with Ten Hag. They should have they win the FA Cup, so I guess we'll keep him even though they look for manager all over the world.
This fucking guy can see his team's name on the first sheet of the fucking table for the first time in his life.
Way
and he
ahead of
starts
you.
puffing his chest out.
Undefeated.
His chest is puffed out already.
Undefeated. Haven't lost a game.
Undefeated. You
Deflected.
fucking drew against the most shit team in the league, Wolves.
They're not the most
You gave
shit
up a
team.
goal after 3 minutes to
It
Wolves.
was a strike and a half. What do you
You
want?
got fucking trounced by Chelsea. Mandem United walked down and fucking shoved it in their throats.
Wait, hey,
you gave up out after 3 minutes.
Let me explain something to you. We're not Manchester United.
might
We're
as
not.
well
Hey, hand up. I know. Forest is not Manchester United. You guys are supposed to be at the top of the table. You're supposed to be in Champions
Who made
League
these
every year.
rules?
You guys, 7 Premier League titles with Wayne Rooney alone. Like, you're not what you're supposed to be, and you know it. You know this is beneath United. You're in 14th or something. It's pathetic. You should not be defending them. You should not
It's
be defending them.
September. It's September.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. He's out by Christmas, and you know it. They should have made the change. Regardless of what happened in the FA Cup, that club is a disaster. All the signings are so fired. Yeah, it's September now. Reality's striking in. In August, when you're signing Xerxes and everybody, you're fired up. Now it's the same old shit. They can't mark anybody. Casemiro is completely washed. It's over for this group. Burn it down. Start over.
You cannot get cooked by him, man.
It's over.
He
for
has no
Casemiro.
position. He has
It's-
nothing to
it's-
say.
It's over for Casemiro. Yes. 5 times Champions League winner, decorated midfield general of Real Madrid, juggernaut. I thank you for what you did in your first season. That header against Chelsea to rescue points.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about
To
the past.
helping
It's all
us
about the
and
past.
to helping us end the trophy drought.
What
I
do you
thank
have to say
you.
about the team you have right now?
I'm thanking him for his time. But it is time to go to the retirement home. It is time to leave professional football behind. Go home. Make passionate love to your beloved wife. Enjoy the bag you've collected over this long, illustrious career of yours. And never put on football boots ever again. That was the most disgraceful
Sounds like a eulogy.
performance by
Sad.
a holding midfielder that I've ever seen.
I'm sad.
So are you just like officially dead inside? Season's over.
Man, I've been dead inside since Fergie retired.
Yeah. Dude, he's been. Yeah, my poor man. I hate what they've done to my boy. I hate what they've done. Explain yourself. What? Like, the floor is yours, Maresh.
If you didn't watch the game and you looked at the piece of paper at the end of the match, you would struggle to believe that United didn't put a goal in the net. They had the same amount of shots on target as Liverpool, 52% possession. They had 3 less shots than Liverpool. You would struggle to believe the game went the way it did until you saw that it was Manchester United in 2024 playing.
Mm-hmm.
On paper, it was a close game. But what you saw Casemiro make 2 awful mistakes. You see the same mistake happen 2 weeks in a row where you leave a man backdoor, unmarked, 2 men.
2 guys.
2 guys backdoor. The one guy said, don't touch it. I want to score so I can give Rudy his golden boot winner this week.
Yep. They know.
So, yeah, I mean, same mistakes. I don't know what's going on at training. Ten Hag just seems comfortably spouting off bullshit about not being Harry Potter. I saw the best reply to that. You see someone said something about United, and he goes,
What?
I'm not Harry Potter. I can't do this or that. And someone said, mate, if Harry Potter had 600 million pounds, Voldemort wouldn't have made it past the 4th book.
It's a fact. It's a great line.
That's dire straits.
We also saw Zaw turn into the biggest Liverpool fan.
Oh, that was
I've ever seen
because
my
I
entire
bodied his ass on fucking Saturday.
He needed.
Yeah, he needed
brought back
to
down
get
earth.
correction for what I did to him.
Brought back down to earth.
Dude,
Exactly.
But can I? So, do you think? Let me ask you this, right? Casemiro yanked off at halftime. I mean, the fans weren't having it from him. The manager wasn't having it. Do you think that that does more good taking him off? Don't you think that'll mess up the locker room? He's a big figure in your locker room. Casemiro,
I don't
unhappy.
give a fuck about the
Casemiro
locker
unhappy.
room
He's
right
the
now. That's the
captain of your
last
locker
thing I don't care. What is he? What is he?
He's the captain of your locker room. He's the big
not the
guy.
captain of my locker room.
Young Mano looks up to him. You know, the illustrious career.
No, you're baiting for me to fucking say something stupid there. No, he is not the captain of our locker room. He came
Who
in
is?
3
Who is?
seasons ago. If
Bro,
anyone is-
he comes in with 5 Champions
I'd rather have
League
Slabhead be the captain of my locker
five
room.
Champions League trophies. He's illustrious career. He's like 30-something. He is the leader in that locker room.
He's the most decorated. He doesn't mean he's the leader.
Yeah, but thoughts you don't think
Ten
that'll mess up
Ten
the-
Hag's a leader. I mean, it's ultimately it's on him and it's on the people who wouldn't.
Oh
make
yeah,
the move.
you had to yank Casemiro to send a message that is not the level of playing that you have to be doing at United or at any club. He wouldn't start for anyone doing that type of shit week in, week out.
And the manager, you want him fired?
You can't say that you want him fired yet. You have to give him if they lose away at Southampton,
Give him another year.
he's yanked. He's yanked.
I mean, I
One more
honestly
game?
hope he's the
You
man.
have to give him one more game. They just gave him an extension. They look like the biggest fools in the world if they just sack him after 3 games.
So they have, like you said, away Southampton next.
Loss.
Then
Then Villa, then Spurs, then Villa. Right?
no, then it's at Palace,
Loss.
Spurs,
Loss.
Villa. And like that's a tough run.
That's a tough run.
You're gonna still be around 14th at the end of that run.
I mean, you have 3 points going into break. You might escape 1 point in the next 3 games. You
Okay,
might have 4 points through 5.
Realistically, they should beat Southampton.
They should beat Southampton.
It will be a 1-0 very close game until the 97th minute where there'll be a lot of squeaky bum time, but they should beat it.
Realistically, what do you do if you have 3 points after those next 3 games?
Bad.
You need a
I don't
skull,
know.
dude. You gotta have a skull.
Sack him. Just sack him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do it right now.
I mean, you're gonna have to sack him. They
Do it
have
right
the replacement's already there.
Do it right now.
The replacement,
Van
it's
Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy. He doesn't take a step down, not knowing that he's gonna get that job eventually.
Yeah.
That was the move. They
Do
did.
it right now.
But like that, if that was the plan, they should have just done it in the summer.
It's
If they were
it's
like,
this
"Hey, we're
toxic
hiring-"
fan base, man. It's this toxic fan base. We win a fucking tin pot that we make fun of those little fucking boys in London for winning every year. We finally win it, and it's this. Oh yeah, we've won trophies. The trophy drought is over. No, Solskjaer said it best years ago. Years ago. Winning trophies that aren't the Premier League or Champions League isn't the label of a good club. Good clubs are fighting for the league consistently. They're in the top 2, top 3, not in third like we finished under him where we were 20 points below City or whatever. It's you're within striking distance until the last day. You're holding the first position. You're not just winning these little cups that can happen on flukes. We should have been out against Coventry. That's when he should have
Yeah.
lost his fucking
Yeah.
job.
That's a good point too,
Yeah.
because they needed. I mean, they needed every break to win that game. So that you're right. They should. I forgot about the semifinal against Coventry.
It shouldn't have had a chance to beat City.
It honestly it makes me sad because United should be the big bad villain. City is like still they're like the new team that cheats. You guys are supposed to be you're supposed to be the evil empire. You're supposed to be the New York Yankees and now you're the Dallas Cowboys. Like that's what happened.
I mean, it's what happens. I mean, United were in a shithole situation years ago before they went on their reign of dominance. And, history repeats itself. We'll see.
I mean, just to put a bow on the thing, we also got to acknowledge the other side. Liverpool was unbelievable.
They look good.
Luis Diaz is looking absolutely sharp. I was surprised by the Dutch youth. What's his name?
Harkonnen?
Yeah.
Gravenberch.
Gravenberch.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Slot.
He was unbelievable. And then the coach, three wins. New coach.
Yeah.
People were talking about Liverpool.
I mean, how can you leave Big Mo off of that?
Mo Salah, of course. Mo
Yeah.
Salah with the goal too.
Yeah.
Mo Salah.
Three involvements. Yeah.
Three. Yeah. Actually, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Diaz goals, he was involved in all of them.
Yep.
Mo, Luis Diaz, Gravenberch. Honest lot, man. People were like, "Yo, is Liverpool gonna be the same with Klopp leaving? Things are gonna slow down there." Well, guess what?
They kind of look better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're moving, man. 3 out of 3. It's They're doing all right.
They're doing all right. They got a tough test after the break, but
Can you credit Slot that much? I'm not disagreeing that his tactics are great. He's improved their press. They're looking good. He's got the guys in the right positions on the field. But he did inherit a project built by Klopp over seasons.
You know what ego does? What ego does is when you inherit that, you come in thinking that I am the man. Let me come and change it and make it my thing. Right? He didn't do that. So you have to acknowledge. I acknowledge him. That's instinct to do that, to come in and change, because you want your own identity. You don't want people like me and fucking Smokes and Chief and Rudy and you online going, oh, this guy is a fraud. You know, he's doing the same. He's doing the same thing Klopp did, kind of thing. You want to be your own thing. So credit to him for not falling into that trap, seeing all right, this is what's there. It's been working for Klopp. Let me not change it. I'll just come and maybe tweak one thing here or there. But overall, I have the tools in place.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, did you see the Sky Sports post-match? We watched it together. He untangled United's entire plan in like 30 seconds.
Incredible clip. It's a minute clip. It's crazy.
It was crazy. He's a genius.
I like
Good for him.
I like him. He's very well spoken.
Hey, but Ten Hag gets up in the press conference and says, "Hey, we have the most trophies outside of."
I'm getting sick and tired of that.
Crazy. I love.
I'm getting sick and tired of that.
Yeah. The guy's getting murdered. He's like, listen, I'm kind of awesome.
I was like, bro, come on.
Like last season after they won the FA Cup and like spirits were super high. That's like a sick thing to say, right? Like you look great. You've just beat your biggest like city rivals, not biggest rivals. I'd say Liverpool is still bigger, but like cross city rivals in an FA Cup final where everyone had you written off, and you say, you know, I win trophies. It's what I do. That went kind of tough. After a 3-0 loss at home to Liverpool, saying we have the most trophies behind City, that looks pathetic.
This is all right. Now, I'm glad you're able to get to this place. Just let it out.
I'll back the manager
I know
until
it's
you
in
say
your
stupid
chest.
fucking shit like that. It's
That
like,
was awesome.
That's like I don't know, like a current Yankees manager trying to flex Joe Torre's accomplishments.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
It was awesome.
That's crazy.
I'm starting to wonder, like, good players go to United and be good, challenge impossible difficulty. Like, think about, like, Casemiro was one of the best CDMs in the world, probably the best, top 2, goes to United. Now he looks like a fucking bum.
but I
think about Harry Maguire.
Incredible.
I would say Maguire still doesn't look bad. Like he had to turn his own shit.
He turned it around, but he was in hell.
Yep.
Sancho.
I just don't think I wouldn't use Sancho as
you,
an example.
You go there and you're just like, it's just like, I don't know what's going on there, dude. Like, you take what you guys done to Casemiro makes me want to cry.
No, I wouldn't say that's on us. He was old and slow at the end of his career, and he came to United, which is it's a quick league compared to La Liga. He doesn't have the space to do the shit that he did in La Liga. He's going to get closed down, and he doesn't have the pace to evade that. So that's why he came in at his age. But like I said during the stream yesterday,
when that turnover wasn't so hot, he was doing a fucking
he's a kid.
impersonation.
He's a kid, and he's having to bail out his fucking grandfather on the other side of the pitch. But like you talk about like the old guard of like this Glazers era of United, like they're going in and buying guys that Real Madrid don't want. I got a news flash for you. If Real Madrid doesn't want somebody in their starting 11, there's a reason for that. You go in and buy Varane, who is consistently injured in his spell at United. You go in and buy Casemiro, who had a good season. He had one good season left in him. And then he got exposed. He got old. He started not training, not keeping his fitness. You've seen the pictures of him looking like he ate the entire like buffet at Carrington before the trainings. Like he was looking gordo. Like, I don't know. But like he's not it. I don't know. You don't buy players at the end of their lifespan from Real Madrid.
Okay, I got a question for you. After the international break, who's your starting 11?
Starting 11?
Yeah.
Well, apparently my manager, Harry Potter, says that Ugarte won't be ready for quite some time, which I don't understand because they've just gone and spent how many millions on him. And, so there's that. But, I liked the back line of De Ligt, Martinez, and, if Luke Shaw's healthy, I would love him on the left instead of Dalot playing a position that he's not meant to play. Yeah. Mazraoui's looked good. The midfield's the mess. The midfield is the mess. What Liverpool were able to do in the middle of the park was insane.
Yeah.
They weren't coming down the flanks and putting it in. They were just walking right down into the goal box and doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
So who starts the midfield?
You still keep Bruno. I don't know who in Mainu, but if Ugarte is not ready, I don't know. I can't fucking put Casemiro out there again. It is bad. I'd bring Phil Jones in and put him in a holding role.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything else for Maresh before we move on?
I mean, I hope it gets better.
Me too.
No, I don't. I love this.
I mean,
love
but why?
Love
But
hate.
why? There's one person in this room who I understand why he loves this, because it ruined his little childhood. For someone who started watching this 2 years ago, you don't really quite understand why you hate us.
I have no idea what's going on. I just love hate.
Yeah.
I just love to hate. Like, if you're not Arsenal, I just love to hate.
It just makes.
I wanted to be good again just because it's like I would like it'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
makes
a good
it
rivalry.
makes the league better when United is United.
Dude,
But-
they're gonna light
you
up
know what?
championship.
And we've been doing this for too long now. It's like at a certain point, it's like, all right, like how many times?
Your
are we gonna
day,
do
your
this?
day in court will come, my child.
They are the Cowboys. They're the Cowboys.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
But even worse.
but worse
Yeah.
because the Cowboys still have to operate with a salary cap. United has more money than God.
We have more money than God because we bring in the revenue, and we just cleared out a shit ton of fucking wages per week by cutting all these dog shit players. We made back 300K a week by just letting Sancho get those wages covered by Chelsea.
Awesome. Put him at the top. I mean, top of the table if it was a financial spreadsheet, but it's
Sorry,
not.
buddy. There was no other games this week, right?
I hated what happened to Declan Rice. By the way,
That was ridiculous.
I can't decide how I feel about it.
I mean, by the letter of the law, sure.
Broke the rules.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just like the most bullshit second yellow card. And I've only, like you said, I've watched for 2 years. That was the biggest piece of bullshit.
Did you see the clip of Arteta? He
he's
he
like,
knew
it
it right.
amazes me.
He knew it right away. He knew it like as soon as Rice kicked the ball away. There was a shot of him down the touchline. He just goes, oh.
Yep.
Like before
Really?
yeah,
I didn't see that. I saw his post-game interview, and he was fuming.
yeah.
Like, Zaw, I mean, you had to be fucking fuming.
Yeah, no, that was some bullshit. But I do want to say something. Anyone blaming us drawing that game on the referee? I mean, like, don't do that. It had nothing to do with the referee. Yes, did he affect the result with that one call? Absolutely. But we should have won that game way before that incident happened in the first half. I mean, Saka and Odegaard and Havertz were just missing absolute sitters. It was infuriating. The Odegaard one where he shinned it off his when he hit it off his right in the inside foot. Saka, there was an incident where he should have just swiped at the ball, but then he hit it on the thing, and then Havertz, the one when he went through, Saka also fucked up on the rebound. So performance wise, we just weren't up to speed. Referees wise, I mean, he's just he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And that's just what it comes down to. And I don't know what it is with these fucking referees in the Premier League. All of a sudden, when they're refereeing Arsenal games, they find the need to somewhat make a point or try be cool or try be.
It was
they
a
wanna be celebrities.
ref show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want to be Mr. Celebrities. Oh, it's Arsenal now. Let's let a foul that I usually give for other teams. Oh, let's let that play on a little bit. Oh, Saka's limping. Let's not protect him. Oh, Saka's a limper and all that. He's getting kicked all fucking season. And nothing happens.
I mean,
Gabriel Jesus-
hold
like
on, though.
blaming the ref.
Hold on. This is boy who cried wolf, though, at soccer. Tell him
No,
to keep
no,
his
no,
fucking
no,
feet,
no,
and
no,
we
no,
won't
no.
have
Watch
that problem.
Arsenal games, you will see that he just gets kick. Anyone else? I mean, it's fucking. He was bleeding. There was a point in the last season
no,
where
he
he
was
was bleeding
bleeding.
through his socks, and the referee did not call no foul whatsoever. This season, Gabriel Jesus was freaking sexually assaulted in front of billions of viewers across the globe.
That was
people saw it at my village in Africa. They saw that shit, and the referee did nothing. The referee just kept on moving. Fucking Havertz almost got his throat fucking taken off, decapitated by that mascara guy when he landed on him. Oh, it was a mistake. Nah, brother, you looked down at him and you fucking jammed your hand down there. Guess what?
He needed his throat for balance.
Just get up and walk away. This fucking game, Declan Rice, the ball is kicked towards his foot. It hits his foot. Human instinct. I'm walking. I'm minding my own business. Walking. If something hits my foot as I'm fucking walking, I'm going to look down, right? Look down, kind of gave it a thing to knock it out the way. He didn't know
He
what was
knew
going
what
on.
he was
had-
doing.
Come on.
Go watch the footage. Go watch the footage. He was going that way, kicked it like that. Referee, Rice is the yellow. The guy fucking kicked his shin. So it's crazy.
I
what
do.
these referees do.
Two things can be true at the same time. That's a tough way to get a second yellow. he knew what he was doing.
Yes.
Bro, he was walking away. Do you want me to pull it up for you? He was walking away,
Pull it up.
minding his own business, getting back into position. The guy kicks the ball, rolls, and it hits the back of his ankle.
It was his
Nothing to the
protest.
side.
It was a protest.
Slow
little-
down the restart.
But
Yeah.
it's insane.
That's the rules.
The point is, these referees, when it comes to Arsenal, for some reason, let's let it play. Let's let the game get physical. Oh, Arsenal's a little soft, so let's let them kick a little harder and all that. It's honestly annoying, and I'm also pissed at the fucking club too for not doing anything about it. This has been happening for the last 2-3 seasons to Saka. They have done nothing. File a fucking legal complaint. An official complaint with the fucking PGMOL, the FA or somebody. I am making more noise.
Speaking
on
from
fucking line
experience,
Pathetic.
that doesn't go well.
than they are doing. It's
Oh,
like,
that's embarrassing. I'm
no,
real.
but
That's
also the
embarrassing.
players too. Back the fucking guys when someone is getting kicked. Bro, I'm okay with you getting a fucking red card for taking out somebody. Get the fucking red card. Let's grow a spine, Arsenal. Let's not just get fucking kicked around, bullied, and not doing shit about it.
So after all that, it's still not the ref's fault, right?
Yeah, it's still not the rest of it.
Okay. Whose
But it's
fault
still
is it?
they don't. I mean, it's Saka Mr. Sitter, Odegaard Mr. Sitter, Havertz Mr. Sitter.
So just a shit.
That's what it's on.
Did we?
It just so happened that affected. Yes, we scored the one, but then that affected the game so much.
Yeah.
It is so. It was a shitty call, but the joy I felt of it's so rare to see a guy on a team that you want to see lose take a field goal to the shin and then he gets sent off. I mean, it's like you can't. It was amazing. It was amazing.
It was
Also, the
so
funniest
good.
thing, dude, earlier in the game,
I hate this prick.
earlier in the game,
Drop
to
it.
give you guys credit, earlier in the game,
Drop
I
it.
don't know who it was on. Was
Drop
it
it.
when he
When he
got
blasted the fucking thing
Dude,
when
it
Partey
went-
was trying to take it
Dude,
through it.
that thing went to Norway. It was he got a foul. The ball went out of bounds. He put it in the fucking solar system.
That wasn't a foul. He didn't even call a foul. The referee just was like, "Oh, let's continue going."
He hit, Rice hit it like 4 inches right, and then got.
Get his ass out of here.
That is that when I say when Arsenal, it's fucking Arsenal. That's exactly what I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
bro. He hit. Don't say, "Oh my God." He hit a fucking 40-yard field goal.
Yeah.
He hit a 40-yard
I've seen
field
this
goal
song
to
and dance
delay
before.
the throw-in. Partey was running across to go pick up the ball so we can do a fucking quick throw-in, and he hit a 40-yard thing.
Zah.
Nothing happens.
Come on.
So Rice is out for the next game?
Rice is out for fucking
Oh,
Tottenham
no.
away.
Oh, it's Tottenham away.
Darn.
Tough. That's not. You don't want to have that happen.
Marino
Yeah.
injured 3 months.
How did
Yeah,
he,
that's
how did he get
crazy.
injured?
His first training session.
Yeah, who did it?
Broke his
Who
shoulder.
did it?
Partey.
No, Gabriel.
Oh, it was
I don't know
Gabriel.
I don't
I
know
thought
which
it was
one.
Partey.
They
It was
just said, no,
Gabriel.
they said Gabriel. I don't know which one. They said Gabby. I don't
Well,
know which. It
So
could be.
first training session, he pulls up to Arsenal. Gabby's like, "All right, let's see how tough he is," and then he just broke his shoulder.
accidental.
They'll do it to their own guys, but they won't do it
no,
when.
Brazilians go crazy in
Accidental,
training.
man.
You ever seen the videos of like World Cup? They're like going studs up at each other.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
Oh, and the final thing on the goal, people are saying this that. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the goal because there's a hole in midfield because Rice is gone anyway. Yes, Gabriel needs to be more decisive there when he comes across. He needs to fucking go and take the man out. Clear out. You're getting the ball and the man. He wasn't decisive enough and we got cooked. Partey too. Partey needs to fucking wake up, dude. What are you doing? I thought the pickpocketer thing was gonna solve the alertness thing. Partey's just he sees Pedro going. Pedro literally runs by him, and Partey's just jogging, going back. Then he's surprised when the rebound goes to Pedro. Oh shit! No, idiot.
Smokes, what was your thoughts on the game?
Oh wait, no, I brought something for Smokes to assume the position he was in when he was during the match. Nicky Night.
I was out like a light.
Nicky Night.
It was a 6:30 a.m. start.
6:30 a.m. I've been on the piss the last 3 days. I watched the highlights, but yeah, I mean, I tried waking up. There was just too much shit in my nose. I
Do you
couldn't.
take any responsibility?
For what?
The law, the tie.
You left your guy on
That's
an
what it is.
island
Every
here.
game that I watch, we win.
Mm.
Except the ones I go to in person, then they get shut out and lose at home and lose the league. Did we lose the league?
Do you want to say sorry first of all?
I'm
Apologize to the fans, the
sorry.
faithful.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I feel like it happens to the best of us sometimes.
Yeah.
6:30 kick.
I
Like
felt
I've had nights where I go out till 3 a.m. and I hear my alarm go off and I watch the game. That time I was at someone's house and there was just no way I was getting out of bed at 6:30. And
Damn.
it's my fault. I'm a piece of shit for that, and I'll be better.
You let Maresh get dragged all over the stream, or you let Za get dragged all over the stream by Maresh.
You dragged him?
We didn't.
Well, I
stream-
saw Zod drag you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Fucking
retribution.
gulag.
Yeah.
it was retribution, but Zod didn't want to stream.
That's my bad. I'll never leave you solo dolo again. You have my word.
Yeah, I had a question for you guys. Who do you start again in the North London Derby? Do you start Jorginho, Zinchenko in a holding
Jorginho.
role? Who's gonna start in that?
Why
role?
are you trying to be a trolling little bitch?
I'm just asking.
That's a-
you.
It's a
very
genuine
normal,
question.
cool-
I'm
cool
interested in
question.
that as well.
Yeah,
Would you like
I
me
mean-
to ask it?
He's over here like raising his eyebrows and shit, like trying to be slick. The answer is Jorginho.
Who are you gonna start?
Am I talking to a fucking rodent?
I'm talking to the one who watches the games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess either Jorginho or Trossard. It's most likely gonna be Jorginho. I'm worried about the Jorginho Partey combination because Partey still thinks that he's Partey from 5 years ago that could out-sprint, out-muscle everybody. So positionally, when we're defending, and his thought process when we're in defensive phases is still that all right, let me be aggressive because if I'm aggressive, if he gets in behind me, I can get back using my physicality. But he doesn't have that in him, and Jorginho's not that physical of a player too. So having two,
Yeah, but I feel like he's just smarter.
yeah, no, Jorginho's positioning is good.
Because in Champions League, he was our guy.
He's a big game player. Jorginho's a big game player. He's probably the one that
This is
I'm
a big
bit
game.
more. Yeah, he's the one I'm a bit more comfortable with starting. It'll probably have to be. He will probably be in the pivot, double pivot with him and Partey. But the other option is you can start Trossard in that 8, which we did a little bit last season.
Is it an overreaction if I say we lost the league?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, but it
I mean,
feels,
is City ever going to lose a fucking game?
and that's
Yeah, we will.
Really?
that's the thing with
Can't wait
that's
for
the
that
thing
day.
with Man City.
Okay.
It feels as if
Like they're
if
never
you
gonna
literally
lose.
have to win every
Yeah.
single game to beat City. Is the season over? No. But do you have to win every single game to beat City? Yes. It makes no sense. But yeah,
But that's
it's
accurate.
not over.
Yeah. I mean, dropping points at home is tough.
That's what's
Yeah.
unacceptable.
Especially when you
If
go
this
there.
was away from home, then okay, it's fine. If home, no, that's
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
Now I'm sad.
Yeah, no, it's and the international break comes at the worst possible time. 2 weeks just to fucking
Yeah,
score
that's
over that last performance.
ridiculous. 2-week break after 3 games,
Mhm.
like that's fucking insane.
It's sad. I wish it was at a different time because it's like right when you get into it, and then you just gotta sit
Oh.
on your thumb for a while.
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, that Bournemouth game was kind of wild.
I know,
Crazy
dude.
ending.
Semenyo, I told you that guy's a beast.
Are they getting dropped? Is that Everton?
Yeah, I mean, to lose a game like that, they haven't won a game this year, correct?
No, they're dead last, and they're dead last in goal
And
differential. too.
they're up
They were
2-0
80
with an
80,
86th minute
86th, yeah.
and lost the game.
Yeah.
And it's not like it was City coming back. It's a little different when it's Bournemouth too.
yeah.
It's also Sean Dyche. I mean, Sean Dyche is known for once Sean Dyche is ahead, that guy.
It's over.
He can shut things down.
Yeah.
Low block, shut it down, kind of thing. And
He's the worst team to watch,
Yeah.
or his team.
when he's ahead, because
Yeah.
he plays the typical English football, low blocks. You know, the one big man striker that you hit the ball
Yep.
into, he play off him, kind of thing. So I was surprised that with 5 minutes to go, a Sean Dyche
Crazy.
coached team can give up 3 goals.
It would be stunning too if this was final of the year because I feel like the last 3 years everyone's been like, "This is the year they're going down."
Yeah.
And then this year they're like, "All right, they found their level. Like they got better. They
Mhm.
like are like established, and now all of a sudden they're imploding worse than they ever have."
And it was like they're probably, it sounds like they might be safe from points deduction this year too. Like but it's not a sure thing. They still could get penalized again. And then it's like, well, you're already in last.
Everton could get penalized again.
That's-
Yeah,
they're-
that's the thing about FF.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So
they
they
get negative points.
So they
Yeah.
Forest
In
and
theory.
Everton.
You can get negative points.
It happened last year. They took 4 off of Forest, and I think 8 ended up coming off of Everton.
Bro, if you play 38 games and finish with negative points, and when you've only had like 4 points taken away from you from the punishment, then there's something wrong with your football club.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
They got that great new stadium coming.
So in
though.
theory, yes, you can get negative points. In reality, can you get negative points? That's
You can't finish with negative.
No,
points, yeah.
no.
But you could be at negative at some point.
Hypothetically, could you finish with
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
In theory,
In
yeah.
theory, yeah.
So you'd have to lose
all
every
your
game
games.
and then get
Yeah.
hit with like a.
A point
points.
deduction.
You know what? I just figured out what's going on.
What?
Paramount Plus must have won out a bid to have the best championship league season of all time, having United and Everton relegated to the championship.
Yes.
And that final next year at Wembley would be bananas financially for them. They would
Yeah.
make the most money in ad revenue of all time. So I think that's what we're seeing, manipulation by the media yet again. And I hate to be caught in the crossfires of that. I hate to be caught in the crossfire.
How about Maresh doesn't even think that United can automatic promotion next year in the championship? He's got him going through via the playoff. Finished third in the championship.
Saw us against Coventry.
Yeah.
Maresh sounds like he's hosting a goat barstool show. I mean, longtime stoolies will remember this one. A goat barstool show. It was called the Spin Zone. That's what we sound like. Shout out Liz Gonzalez.
Now, would that be a trophy that you guys would flex?
Yeah.
ETH
Why not?
would.
Dude,
That'd be
Go-
number
go-
21.
going up via playoff is the best thing in the world. It is the best thing in the world. So I hope you get to experience that, Maresh.
I might.
Yeah.
You won't. They'll be.
They'll be
Not that
The
far
league will
off.
protect us in any way possible.
Yeah, they will be comfortably sitting around 12th. at the end
Yes.
of the year.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would just love it if you were just. You see how it's all like red for the bottom three?
Yeah, we won't be there.
No, like that's where I want you though.
Oh, I know.
Like just fighting for your life at the end of the year.
And I wanted you on the stream on Saturday, but we can't all have what we.
Gotcha.
Fair play, fair play, fair play, fair play. Let's change the subject. I hate these fucking Saudis. They're ruining football. They're ruining fucking football.
We need to hear this guy. I mean,
About what?
you'll
Wolves.
see your boys.
Well,
Wolves.
far?
Wolvesy.
I'm fine with that. Look,
One.
there are very few teams in this league that are undefeated.
Chief, you're pathetic.
Why?
You're just celebrating draw. Like you constantly
We're
celebrate draw.
building a project. We're building a project. We're not going to be in the relegation fight. We'll be mid-table with United.
That's good company to have.
Yeah, we're on our way up. A couple of teams that have won Champions League will be in the middle of the
European
table.
champions in the
Yeah.
middle of the table.
You so you don't understand, Smokes, is when you're like a fan of a Nottingham of the world, which I have the utmost respect for. You draw to Wolves.
Really?
Hey, keep putting points on the board. Keep putting points on the board. I like the way that they're playing. It's they had moments when I went to the Wolves Forest game at City Ground last year. It was a 2-2 draw. I hated the way that they played. I walked out of that being like, kind of needed 3 points there. I'm worried about the being relegated. This time it's like we're in control. We were 3 inches offside on a second Chris Wood goal, which would have put us ahead, would have put us in the Champions League spot. Like for us, and I like our subs. I like Nuno. It's like we got to get a little. We need Taiwo to be fully fit, and then get the other guys bedded in. We're ready to go. Like this is a
When
good.
you say ready to go, like where are you going?
I think the high end the high end for Forest, they're sitting 9th. I think that's the high end.
Okay.
So I think that they're right there with Newcastle, Brentford. Who knows what Chelsea's going to be? Fulham, West Ham, United, Palace. They're in that group. They're not in like the shit like we're white knuckling just hoping we survive anymore. We've taken a step forward. The team's getting better. They did sensible business this year. Not a lot of people in this room can say that. So it's not everyone, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's things are going the way they should go, and in a couple of years we'll be knocking on the door for Europe with you guys.
I should be looking in the mirror too for that comment, the business comment. but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. Chris Wood, that's what 3 in a row.
Chris Wood has
That's
more
3 for 3.
3 goals in 3 games for Chris Wood.
Shit.
Chris Wood's good, dude.
Chris Wood, I'm sorry, 2 goals in 3 games. Gibbs White had the goal against Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one. That's the one he missed the header.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but Chris Wood, he has in the last 38 games, so like a full season's worth of games. He's got 13 goals in 19 games with Nuno, and he has more in that same time span. Has more
Whoa. He has what?
13 and 19 since Nuno took over.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
he has more in that time frame, more goal contributions than Cole Palmer and Mo Salah. Okay,
Can I add another stat for you?
give it to me.
So you said he has 3 goals or 2 goals in 3 games so far this
Yeah.
season. he currently has more goals than Marcus Rashford has shots on target.
I mean, it's just good business. So we just
Told you,
bring
Chris Wood
identify.
good.
Chris Wood.
Wood is one of the best goals I've ever seen in my life. That
That-
bicycle kick.
Yeah, back when it was with Burnley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's limited physically.
Mhm.
Okay, like he's never gonna he's not fast. He's not particularly quick.
Nah, he's limited technically. He's
Technically,
physically he's brilliant.
but like he can't run. Like
That's it. But
yeah,
big ass motherfucker.
but he's
Pause.
big. He gets his head on goals. Forrest is not even. They're not even like set up to really take full advantage of what he does well. They don't whip a lot of balls in. Like he's
Pause.
yeah, and so I love Chris Wood. I wish that I think when Taiwo is at the top of his game, he's a better option than Chris Wood. But Wood is doing a job. He's doing the job.
Can I say something that I hope makes sense? Chris Wood is the Nikola Jokic of Alexander Mitrovic's.
Yes, I think that does
You
make
just
sense.
call Chris Wood the best player in the Prem?
No, I didn't.
No. Of that type.
Okay.
Of that
All
type.
He is the Nikola Jokic
Okay.
of Alexander Mitrovic's.
Yeah, and Mitrovic. I mean,
Okay.
he had that year in the championship with Fulham. He was unstoppable, and then he was pretty good their first year up.
Championship record goal
Yeah.
scorer.
He's like big. He's not fast. You
Nope.
don't see anything, but he just puts the ball in.
And
Makes sense.
he's always on the end of like loose balls too.
Yeah.
Like he knows where the goals are. He's always around the penalty area. He's just his brain. His
Like
brain is at a
Holland
different
of
level.
Forest?
What's that?
Is he like the Holland of Forest?
No, you don't get it.
He
Hold on,
no that analogy that made no sense was actually perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know who Alexander Mitrovic
I have
is.
no clue.
It's,
What's his last name?
Mitrovic.
Nitro's on
Mitrovic?
fire.
Legend.
Alexander, your defense is
Legend.
petrified.
Yeah.
Nitro's on fire.
Yeah.
Your defense is petrified.
Before we go to the inevitable, the City game, I just wanted to give Palace a shout out. Eze's goal was
Yeah, that was
fire.
great.
Yeah.
He was
Good.
so due.
Oh yeah, he's been so due. He had that one free kick called off for a foul outside the box. He had a free kick goal that he put in.
Oh yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, and he got called off, or maybe
Yeah.
week one.
I
But
remember that. Nah, Eze's unreal. He's unreal. Shout out to Palace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then they're
Shout out
getting
to
in
Rudy. Shout
Ketia.
out to me too for calling the Chelsea downfall.
you know what? I think they're gonna be super hot and cold. Like you'll see a Wolves win, you'll see another couple of those peppered in, and then you're gonna see these like dog shit performance. I think that's just how their year will go.
Yeah, they're just not mentally. Them having a letdown was so obvious because they're just not mentally. They're like, I like Nicholas Jackson, but like whenever he plays well, he thinks that he's Cristiano Ronaldo,
He thinks he's
Yeah.
and then he's not that the next week, and then he'll be good again, and then he'll be like, I'm gonna go to Real Madrid, and then he'll suck.
He's another guy that just misses tap-ins all the
Oh,
time
yeah.
too. Yeah.
I'm with you, Rudy. If you're then gonna go after Mikel, if you're gonna go back after Mikel after you scored the goal, Mikel's waiting until you miss that next sitter. Don't moan when we come after you when you miss that next sitter. That's the life
Yeah.
it shows. That's
Yeah.
it's
And there's a reason they were trying to replace him
Yeah.
this whole window and just couldn't get over the line. So,
just
yeah, I think Chelsea
they just-
Chelsea's right in that mix with Forest, right in that middle of the table.
Dude, Forest is with United. They're with Chelsea.
Yeah, all the big boys.
You guys can start your own Super League.
Chelsea. Oh my, you guys would be in that Super League too. But Chelsea are the loudest team with 4 points. Like their
Oh,
fans
yeah.
online, you would think they have 9
I didn't
points.
even think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's a
you're
good
right.
point.
I didn't even think about that. You're
Well,
right.
listen to this. Hold on. Let's see if I can pull it up.
7 points isn't that bad.
They have 7?
No, 7 points. Is bad.
We have 7. Chelsea
we
has
should have
4.
Chelsea
Yeah,
has
Chelsea
4.
has 4.
We should have 9.
This is a real audio note I got from a Chelsea fan yesterday. Let's see.
Your shit, and you know you are your shit.
That's
and you know
I know that voice.
your shit.
That sounds like 1 month trial, Ethan.
Yeah, but like they're shit too. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I wouldn't take that. That's not fair.
I didn't, but like, yeah,
That's not right.
the loudest 4-point team in the league.
That is true. They really are. Also, speaking of which, while we're talking about Chelsea United, I couldn't believe that all of a sudden Raheem Sterling just plays for Arsenal now.
Yeah, that's
Oh, we back.
that's crazy.
I really like Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, me too.
I
We're
love
gonna-
I love Raheem Sterling, but I was just like, not what I expected.
After your game, we'll touch on the window and I'll
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
on Sterling.
Yeah, so let's
I've
talk
got
about
some
City.
takes on.
Like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about City about?
Hat-trick.
Holland hat trick. Yeah, they have 9 points. No one's gonna.
I wanted
Like,
to.
do we need to elaborate?
Yeah, I wanted to circle back to something that you said earlier, where you said since we dropped points at home, we drew to Brighton, and we dropped those points. Did we lose the league this weekend? The way City are playing, it kind of feels like you might have, because you might have to go perfect to touch them this season. They are trouncing a West Ham team that a lot of people thought were going to be improved. Trouncing them. Like, they didn't have many chances, like, and Holland was just lethal. So, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck off.
My one point about Holland, everyone's like, you in particular, a lot of people online are like, oh, tap in Merchant. You saw that second
Yeah,
goal.
he beat those allegations this week.
You saw that second
That's
goal.
why I apologize.
One touch onto the left. Top
He's a different player this season.
Yeah, he looks a lot.
He's tired of being a tapping merchant.
Because last game that he scored that goal from outside the box.
Yeah.
That was last game. He's looking a different.
He's trying to beat the allegations.
And they're doing all of this
Without
without
their
Rodri
their two best
or Foden in the lineup.
without their two, not two. Without their best player.
No, we're not doing this shit. We're not sucking Rudy off while he sits back there and says nothing and just watches everyone lick his taint. If you want to talk about City and gas him up, it's coming from your mouth, not mine, or yours, or yours.
Well,
You could suck your own dick.
Dude, it's tough. It's tough.
It's just-
but I recognize it. It reminds me of years past. You know, it's something that I know, like dominance. You guys don't know anything about dominance, so like I can.
they don't.
I'd
Right,
understand
Maresh.
what it's
Yeah,
like.
Maresh gets it. You guys are haven't quite gotten the
You
taste of
think
it.
so?
You haven't got-
we were competing with you.
Yeah, competing. And you know what? When I said the same song and dance earlier in the show, when you were whining about the refs, it reminded me about then. When you consistently come in second place, you win one here and there, and it's the refs' problem that you can't get it over the finish line and get that final like couple points to win the league. It's the refs' fault
like a
every
Fergie
time for
Lions.
Arsenal. It's always Fergie's a better manager. No, it's the refs' fault. He's paying the coaches off.
Fuck yeah, Maresh. Preach that shit.
I literally said.
No. You guys are still
No, he did
corrupt,
say
but
it's not the
you're the
refs'
the
fault.
refs thing.
My opening line was, anyone that says it's the ref's fault is an idiot.
Right.
But
and
then you
the
went on a
whole-
7-minute rant.
I mean, it didn't affect the fucking result.
But-
It's not his fault
but
we
he-
lost.
You did continue to go on and go, it's always the refs against Arsenal. They're chopping, Saka's bleeding through his socks, and it's a bad thing. The refs, they always, if they could,
So when you say no troll shit before trolling.
No, what I was saying was right. It wasn't the ref's fault, but what I said about the refs is correct.
How about this? So you guys haven't lost the league yet, but there's a chance you could lose it by the end of September.
Thanks.
Because if you don't get 3 against Spurs, and then you have City right after that, then it's like now there's like a now it's like, oh shit.
Well,
Spurs-
we're gonna
Spurs is
beat
away,
we're gonna
right?
beat Spurs.
Spurs away. Right?
Spurs is away.
We're not worried about them waste men.
No Declan Rice.
That's fine.
That sucks.
Then you got you got a midweek game which you won't play anybody against Bolton, and then you got City on Sunday for the Fan Fest game of the week. All the international eyes
where
here.
is it?
It's here in Chicago.
No, but where's the, is it at the Etihad or the
Yeah,
Emirates?
It's at the Emirates.
It's at the Emirates, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
City, Arsenal is at the Etihad.
Well, there's
No, I think City Arsenal.
no, yeah, it's at Man
We
City.
got two
It's at. You're right.
back-to-back
You're right.
away
Yeah, you're right. It's
We got 2 back. Oh shit.
yeah.
Spurs and then City. I think that's an easy 6 points.
So if it is 0,
Put
'cause
your,
I do
put your
think-
night mask back on.
Yeah. If it is 0 points from those next 2 games, I do think the title race is basically over.
If we get 0,
If you lose to Spurs and you lose to City, I think
that's not gonna happen. Though. I'm not worried about.
it is certainly possible.
No.
I'd have to look back at this, but when was the last time that City went into like the holidays with was it the Centurion season?
Top of the league. They don't usually.
They usually do it in the second half.
Yeah,
they like
they
hit
don't-
their
they
form
don't.
Yeah.
in January. But
City's not leading the league.
Yeah.
yeah. This,
So is this kind of a bad thing for City that they're starting out this hot?
oh yeah, it's the worst.
I mean, what if they lose form? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Dude, what if the fucking sun explodes? Maybe. I don't know.
All right, whatever.
It is weird though. Usually they don't. Typically they do not look this good
Yeah.
early on. Like 2 years ago, the year we won the treble, we lost to Tottenham week 1. We looked like dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so usually they don't look this solid starting out. The one thing I will say that has been like the nicest thing, and I'm very glad for this, is that Rico Lewis is getting his shine. Because last year he was a stud, and it was just one of those things where like you're playing in a City team where it's hard to get in. and he looks incredible. Like that inverted fullback where he comes into the midfield, and he's like getting like grade A chances. He could have like 3 goals already. In the preseason, he had, I think, 1. But yeah, shout out to Rico Lewis. I fuck with that.
Finally.
Homegrown player, by the way, bitch.
Finally, England uses their brain for once. The fact that it's taken this long for that kid to get a call up is the most insane thing on the planet.
Yeah, he's very good.
England's up calling fucking people like Luke Shaw before him. And that's no disrespect to it's no
Shawberto Carlos.
no disrespect to Luke Shaw or anything, but like let's get real. You've got one of the hottest prospects in the left back position sitting there just waiting, and you're picking a guy that plays 3 games and he's out for the rest of the season.
Give the kid a shot.
That's because he was staying fresh for Daddy Southgate. Let's be honest. That's what he does.
Yeah, no, but Rico Lewis, finally, man, that kid is unbelievable.
Yeah, if I was Kyle Walker, he broke the wrong guy's leg. Should have gone for Rico.
Yeah.
Oscar Bob. Speaking of which, you guys said it. We don't have Oscar Bob, who looked like he was gearing up to be like the breakout star of the season. And Rodri is still getting massages. Foden has a tummy ache.
No, yeah.
Y'all are fucked.
It's scary. You don't see them this good.
Over by October.
Over by October, and then we could watch American football.
Yeah, no, once it's checked out, once it's over, I'm a pass.
Yeah, but like you're gonna punt on like 30 games then? 33 games?
I'll be there. I'll be there. Listen, I'll be there. I'm a passenger. Once it's peak, I'm a passenger. So I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, well,
I'll be there watching.
Za's going to be a dead body. He's going to be a corpse watching.
That's it.
From September 23rd on is what we're talking about.
Emotions. I'm just sitting there.
well, you've got the
I know nothing better.
You've got the international break. You don't know what can happen there. People are going to get fatigued. People play games. God forbid injuries happen across the board. You don't know what happens. Then you've got Champions League. You've got FA Cup matches. Got Carabao Cup matches. All gearing up. People will get tired. They'll have to use squad depth. They might not look as perfect around that time is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see. You have to see. It could still be competitive for you guys. Have some fucking faith in your club.
No. Trust me.
That's taking it all the way. 2 years in a row, taking it all the way to the finish
What did
line.
I say? I said it's not over. When he asked me the question, I told you it's not over. It's it's a blip. Yeah.
But if you lose the next 2, that's what I'm saying.
That's we take it one game at a time.
You lose the next 2, and Nicky Smokes is going in the spring. You probably call that one. Season's done.
Yeah,
international. I'm gonna be heading over there for the second half of the thingy. But international break, just watch out for injuries. That's it. That's all I'm doing now.
Let me ask you this before we get to the transfer window. Is there too many cups in football?
Yes.
Like the Carabao Cup, like why the fuck does it matter if you win that?
It's just like a knockoff FA Cup.
Yeah, I hate the Carabao Cup. I hate it.
So I'm just it's what I'm used to. It's what I know. What I don't like is them adding the stupid shit like the Club World Cup. You know, them adding more games.
Super Cups.
Them adding more games to like the Champions League group stages, you know, to expand the Champions League and stuff like that.
But the only ones that hold weight is the league title, Champions League, and I guess you'd say FA Cup.
FA Cup matters.
FA Cup.
Yeah, people
holds
care
a lot
about
of
the
it.
FA Cup.
Yeah.
It's
Not as much as
traditionally-
they used to. It used to be a huge deal.
Yeah, because I was watching this documentary and like FA Cup was everything.
Yeah.
And now it kind of feels like, okay, well, if you get to like the quarterfinal, then you start playing your starters.
So it's because of the modernization and the money coming into football. That's kind of.
There's a way
taking
better
away the
way
importance.
to make more money, but everybody hates my plan for this.
What?
Hey, hate it.
Super League.
No. You scrap the Carabao Cup. Whenever you're supposed to have a game there, you just play a midweek Premier League game instead of that.
Oh, you add games?
At the end of the year, 3 get relegated, 17 is safe, and then you play 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15. You have a knockout stage
Mute his mic.
playoff at the end. I know everybody hates it. The Premier League needs more like classic big moments that you get from the World Cup. These like knockout round, hand of God. These goals and these moments that are permanently seared in your brain that are hard to duplicate unless you have Aguero at the end, because it all comes down to the last day. I would love a playoff format at the end, single elimination, and then you finish it at Wembley every year, or you could even put that internationally too if you wanted. You could move the final to
I see the
Cowboy
vision,
Stadium.
but
It would be electric. It'll never happen, but if you want to have more money in this league, that's a way to do it. You do playoffs at the end. It would be the highest rated thing of all time.
the Europeans are gonna hate this Americanization of
They-
football.
I've blogged it, I've said it, I've tweeted it.
Mhm.
I will never stop saying it. Nobody has liked it, even once. They hate it. I have no support for this, but if I was in charge, that's how I would run it.
If there is one thing people in football and soccer hate, is an American giving a suggestion.
Oh, they hate
It
it.
could be.
Oh,
it could be a genius suggestion.
Yeah.
It could be the
Which
greatest
this is.
But the fact that you're American just automatically right off the bat
Mhm.
discounts your opinion. Right?
We got to get you a
You're a
Cockney
Yank. You
accent.
can't comment.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Here's an idea I just had. What if you did a relegation playoff like they do in the championship for promotion?
You see, like that. Mute his mic too.
I
These
don't like that
ideas-
you're staring right at me.
These
when you say
ideas,
this.
man. These ideas.
That was a coincidence. I wasn't. It had nothing to do with the.
So how would the relegation playoff work?
So it would be the bottom 6.
Okay.
Well, bottom 5.
Okay.
Bottom 5. Wait, no, bottom 6. The 6. I don't know.
It'll have to be 8, right? 8.
8. Yeah.
4 games. You get.
That's too many though.
Yeah.
That's way too many.
Yeah.
Just do the second.
I
half
like the
of
playoff
table.
idea if it wasn't 16 teams. I think it should be like 8.
I like the idea of the teams that are 10 to 16 having something to genuinely
true.
play for the entire season. Because like once you're like out of the relegation picture, I'm hoping for a boring season. That will be a nice change. But there is something electric about like we need these 3 points at Burnley. Like there is something that's awesome about that when you're in it, even though it sucks. Like you don't want to be there. But if you were like, hey, we're 10th, but if we win 3 in a row, now we're that 8th seed and we're hosting the first round of the playoffs. That would be, people would go balls out for that. It would be huge. It would be awesome. Where now if you're like, we lost, but now we might finish 12th instead of 8th,
Right.
It's just, it makes every game's important the way it is now, but I do think if you're constantly trying to jockey and getting an extra revenue, extra advantage for hosting a playoff game, I do think that would give you a little bit more, and I think it would be electric.
I don't
give
mind the idea.
give it a
but
shot.
then again, we're Americans.
Yeah.
So it'll probably never happen.
People hate it.
Flame for
People
this, so.
hate this idea.
Yeah. Zah, did you like the Sterling signing?
If I were to give it a letter grade, I'd probably give it a C plus, hovering towards a B minus, C plus. Yeah, we got it. We got good pieces in. Did we need people in those areas? So like the Calafiori thing, I think we were okay defensively. Adding another body is good, but I think we'll find, we're getting Timber back. We still have Kivior, Tomiyasu, who's injured all the time and all that. Yep. Marino, that's probably a body that we needed, especially now with Rice out. Him being out immediately just sucks. And then why we're getting so low of a grade from me is just we didn't address the one thing so we did well selling. We didn't address the one area that we needed. So up front in the attacking positions, we didn't get no cover. We sold but didn't get anything in. I wanted a striker. Everyone else wanted a winger. Either position would have been good depth-wise, but we didn't address that. So due to that, it goes down to a C for me.
All right. Any other transfer news that you wanted to talk about?
No, it's just
Is Trossard gonna?
No, I think
Leave.
they rejected it.
Nah,
already.
Trossard, no.
They did
Trossard.
reject it already.
You gotta reject that.
Yeah,
You need
35
that,
mil
dude.
was a little low.
Osimhen, too. They thought that he was going to Chelsea. Now
Not-
he's going to Saudi Arabia.
I heard
Galatasaray.
Turkey.
Too.
Turkey.
Sorry,
Turkey.
Galatasaray. Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey.
What?
Sorry.
He's gonna go play. No, is Mourinho Galatasaray or Fenerbahce?
Fenerbahce, I believe. Fenerbahce.
Which,
Wait.
by the way, when you guys are gonna be, I think you guys
Your
are going
hair.
abroad.
Oh, our hair insurance plan?
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it.
United will be playing, I think, Galatasaray or
Oh,
Fenerbahce
wow.
in Turkey
Oh, cool.
for Europa League
No
match.
shit.
Yeah.
Let me
L.
tell you
I'll
something.
check that out.
L.
There is
I haven't
somewhere
checked the
you wanna.
Europa schedule ever, so I didn't know that.
If there is somewhere you want to go watch a game, but you have to fucking be on your wits because it ain't going to the Emirates, it's going to actual war. You want to watch a game in fucking Turkey.
Dude, those
It looks
games.
You want to watch a game in Turkey.
It's crazy.
It looks
like
like
the whole crowd's on fire.
it looks
Yeah.
like fucking
Literally.
deep.
Well, last year when
Yeah.
United went to Galatasaray for the Champions League match, they had that big sign, "Welcome to Hell," and there was all the flares burning behind it. It was-
I can't do that.
No, you should.
You should
If
absolutely try.
That's a
you
one-
guys wouldn't be rooting for United. You'd be
just
so
be-
safe. You'd be rooting for.
You
Yeah.
just gotta wear neutral
Dude, I would-
colors and just be safe.
I
Just
would
watch
wear
from
I
afar.
would wear a white helmet like the UN and then wear a fucking
I'd wear a white helmet like the UN.
I feel like Smokes could pass for a
let-
Turkish guy.
I
Don't
know.
let-
Yeah.
Kind of got it.
Don't let the actually. You know what? I can't say. You know exactly. We should have let see you wearing a white helmet that says UN because you're
yeah.
gone if they see you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 35 though.
Just having fun, people. Just having fun.
35 for Trossard, I think, is an insult.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
No, that's a good
He's a
price.
beast.
What's a good
dude.
price
That's
for a
a
guy
good
who doesn't
price.
start
29.
match week in, week out?
Yeah, but not if it's coming from Saudi Arabia.
He's 29. I would take that. 35.
I don't like that all
For
the windows
Trossard?
close at different
56.
times.
It's just we don't have cover. If we had cover there, if the window was still open and we can bring someone in, 35 for Trossard is great value.
Dude,
At 29
he's
years old,
He's a killer, dude.
at 29 being offered 35.
No.
If he has a shit season this year, what happens?
But he
That
won't.
35 drops down. That 35 drops
How
down.
many more years is he under contract?
Good question.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know his contract situation, but I do know every time we need a fucking goal, it's Trossard. And
Yeah.
if we're selling that moment for $35 million, I don't think it's worth it.
Well,
But then you.
when's their window closing? Another 2 weeks, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's the problem because we'll know if you're in a rebuilding year by the end of September. So then you probably that's when you got to get rid of them and just kind of tear it down and rebuild. So they kind of waited too late. Also, I remember asking at the beginning, over the summer, how come Arsenal's not linked to anybody? And it was because Arteta got rid of all the rats. There's no leaks coming out of. And then it was you get to the end, they're not linked to anybody because they were not really in on it.
Yeah.
They
You
punted this
didn't know,
whole
you didn't know
window.
about the Marino. You didn't look at Sterling. Look at the Sterling.
Sterling, that was they told him 4 days before, we don't want you. Go find a home. And Arsenal was oh, we'll take
guess,
him, I
yeah,
guess.
sure.
Yeah,
Shit.
sure.
There was
no.
one interview where Mikel was talking. They asked him about him. He goes, "I can't talk about other players." And then he was an Arsenal player the next
End
day.
up.
That's what happened with
I guess
Mikel.
I was wrong. Blind trust. Blind trust in my guy Edu. How stupid am I?
Is Sterling gonna
Fucking dumb.
play?
Who?
Is Sterling gonna play?
He's gonna be the backup for Saka when they need to against a Southampton. They'll play Sterling
Nah,
over Saka.
he's gonna play a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna play. We have a lot of games, and already just this situation right. He could start next game. Just this situation right here. We've got two midfielders out.
True.
We have Rice out.
Yeah.
And Marino.
Yeah.
So someone has to go into that 8. We don't have an 8 fill-in. And Nwaneri, I guess, is the 8 fill-in. Someone has to go into that 8. It might be Trossard that opens up the spot for Sterling and Martinelli to compete.
True. You can also play striker.
Jorginho. That too.
He could.
They could move if Havertz fucks around, they could move Trossard in and put him there, or
Yeah.
even put him through the middle.
I think it's a good win for you guys.
He's a good player.
I don't hate the Sterling thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't
He's not here to start. He's not a starter. He's a squad player. What I hated about that situation is if we were proactive, we could have gotten way better than Sterling. That's what pisses me off. We waited, thinking that, let's wait till the fucking last day to try to get the deal of a lifetime. Sniff around, there ain't no deals of a lifetime, and then you settle on Sterling.
Yeah.
Whereas the window was open for a
Yeah.
while. Just go, bro. It's Arsenal. We're literally pregnant. Arsenal is pregnant. It takes one striker, one signing for us to deliver a fucking a baby.
Oh, that was good. I like that one. I didn't know where you were going with it, but the
Well,
delivery was good.
One signing. I stuttered that, and I was so pissed because I was looking at the camera and I fucked it up. But no, Arsenal is actually. Let's run it back. Let's pretend like that doesn't happen. Arsenal is pregnant, and we're literally one striker away from delivering a goddamn Premier League. That's what I meant to say.
That was great.
Wait, hold on. Can we rewind? Osman's gonna go to Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you,
Alone.
the window's
Alone,
closed.
Loan, no
Yeah.
obligation to buy. They're going to cover 9 to 10 million euros of his salary.
So his situation, he wanted to go to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea,
which also crazy.
Yeah.
Chelsea. So I think he had between Chelsea and Saudi. Chelsea was like, all right, we have leverage in this situation. We'll squeeze you. Brother, we ain't going to pay you the 300 or 200, whatever that Napoli was. We will pay you less. So his agent stalled on the Chelsea thing. The Chelsea thing didn't work out. Napoli then told him, fuck you. We ain't going to use your ass.
Yeah.
So now he's stuck just fucking going to training. He just training
By
for
himself.
himself.
Yeah.
Training for himself. Unless
Is he allowed in the facility?
No.
No, you can use.
Yeah.
He goes to the facility, but
Yeah.
he's training. He's not training
With the
team.
guys,
He's
yeah.
not training with the team. He
Just-
uses everything. He has access to everything.
It's just him like just
But then
kicking
it's
the ball
by
against the
himself.
wall.
He's
the
on
side.
Steven Glansberg time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and that will be for the rest of the
That
season.
agent has to get canned.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna
They
get
bottled it.
Yeah,
Bottled
that
it.
blows.
But Chelsea were also trying to do weird terms. Like, it's kind of on them. I mean, they had
They had
What,
the
what they
leverage.
want
They
an
had the
8-year
leverage.
deal
He
or
was desperate.
something?
probably some
Prob-
sort of MLB,
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani type deal. But I mean, he was worth it. They probably called all of their club legends, all the African guys that
Yeah, the
that
Mikel.
that persuaded him. So
Dude, yeah, I'm not surprised that Napoli was like, "Fuck you," because they do not play. Like, especially the fans.
they also
too.
disrespected him after he won them that league after so many years, and they gave Special K all the flowers.
They didn't.
True.
They didn't even.
I like him.
They didn't even think.
He's
But
good.
the thing about Napoli is, bro, I don't even know why you even accept playing for teams like Napoli or Serie A. That's mafia boss territory. Right?
That's
It's
that
scary,
whole that
dude.
whole
That
league.
would scare
Yeah.
me.
If he like complains, bro, he can get whacked.
Dude, and then
I
all-
tell you what, man,
and it's like-
about, yo, I ain't playing, bro.
Even like the ultras, like the ultras in Italy,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
fans, they just all show up dressed in black, and then they're trying to
What
like
was it?
assault people.
What, you remember that? I think it was like last season.
West Ham.
I forgot what it was. Last season, there was a team that made they made their team line up, and the fucking ultras held a meeting.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. I know what
epic,
you're talking
man.
about. Yeah, like at the end, like in the front of the stands.
Bro, the team was lined up, just fucking. I mean, it's insanity,
Crazy.
but I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
Just hearing it from the fans directly. The ultras demanded they come there, line up, and if they didn't, I mean, they'll go to their houses and like.
Yeah.
The fans got the players to come out,
Brother.
line up, and they just ripped them.
They gave the post game. The fans gave the post game team talk to the players. And when you're in a situation like that, it's not like oh guys,
Yeah,
try better luck next
100%.
time.
I gotta see this video.
It's motherfucker.
Dude,
if you
the
don't,
ultra world is
It's
horrifying.
crazy.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
it's so
Dude, even like the PSG has like some of the craziest ultras on earth.
Insane. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, they were like Mbappe like had to
Mbappe.
deal
Mbappe
with
had
the
to
ultra-
deal with that.
Who was the club that went to West Ham? It was in the
Conference League.
yeah, and then they had like that big dude who was like standing at like the front of the gate because they were trying to go into like the friends and family section, like assault West Ham family members. And then this like big English guy just stood at the top of the stairs and was like pummeling dudes, like knocking the ultras back. Like he was like Hodor. He was like Hodor, like blocking the wall.
Oh no!
And like knocking them. It was awesome.
When you
was
see
awesome.
some of the fandom shit that happens in soccer,
Yes.
and then compare it to here, it's like
It's night and day.
Yeah.
No, night and day. Like in American football, you just get like
Couple
two
chirps.
drunk dudes just like clocking each other in
Right.
Rosette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the closest thing we've got is the Eagles. Eagles
I would
fans
agree
are
with
probably the
that.
closest thing we've got
Yeah.
to
And that's
When the
European football.
climbing-
When the
Yeah.
Raiders were in Oakland, you might get stabbed in the
Yeah,
park.
that's
Yeah.
also up there.
yeah, but that's like friendly fire.
That's like
Yeah,
crime.
yeah, true.
Isn't that like But that's not like was that football related or just where the
I
stadium
don't know.
It's
I'm
just
not
like
sure.
it's just like friendly fire. They're wild. Like these guys are like organized and making
Yeah.
moves, and like the team is like we gotta like meet with these guys.
Flank him at section 118. Yeah, like they just surround you. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, I want to give you guys a shout out. I think we are the hottest soccer gambling podcast
At Barstool,
probably in the country.
Yeah.
Definitely
Mhm.
at Barstool.
Yeah.
for sure.
You lost. I won.
No,
I haven't lost
No.
No, Za was too soft to put out a pick.
You want to know how I lost?
because you lost.
Yeah, his parlay lost at 6:30 a.m. on Saturday.
Yeah,
you were
that's where
still
the parlay
snoozing.
died at
That's-
6:30 a.m.
It's your fault for taking 3 favorites.
If there were official picks, I would have gone 1-for-1. Because the over.
mean
the
one
over
and
for the-
one.
Yeah, 1-1. Sorry, the over for the Everton one hit. It's just the Ipswich one that was half a point off.
mine didn't hit. I mean, mine did hit.
You
I
picked
haven't
the
lost.
easiest one. You picked a.
Didn't lose.
All right, yeah, fine.
Which one did you pick?
Villa money line.
I
I did put out a pick which was influenced by Maresh right before the Liverpool United game.
Which one? The Salah goal?
The Salah, yeah, the Salah one.
He always scores
Just
against.
That's
United.
what I said. I said if you
remember
want to
that.
make money, bet Salah anytime.
He said it.
score.
He said it. I'd completely not even thought about betting that game. He mentioned it just before we started streaming. Then I was like, fuck. I thought back and I remembered, yeah, he scores every single time.
Isn't
It's
it
like 7 games in a
seven-
row, right?
Bro,
Yeah,
he
7
scored
for
like
7.
he scored like 12. He scored like 12, 13 at Old Trafford, right? It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
he
he told
scored-
it, and then
he
you know
scores
he
every
did, and then he
single
and then he
Does,
did his
does
bow
he
and
use lube before he sticks it up your ass?
He's the all-time leading scorer in that rivalry. He's got
yeah.
15
Then he tipped
goals.
his cap and he told the fans, "Fuck off, I'm leaving." Said he's
Yeah,
this
that
is his
was
last
wild.
season.
That was kind of wild.
That's on the club.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the club.
How do we do in the Golden Boot?
I missed with Ollie Watkins. Fuck Ollie Watkins. I should have bet Duran.
I picked.
Smokes one again.
Smokes hit.
Third week in a row.
Yeah.
Isak.
What do
I do not know who you have.
I had Cole Palmer. He didn't. He did not score.
Rudy hit with
So
yes.
you lost. You lost.
I hit.
You
I have a feeling Za lost.
I have a strong feeling I did too. I forgot who I.
It's all right. Hey, you just get on my back. I'll
No,
take
it's-
us to the promised
no,
land.
it's- no, it's-
I'll deliver us a golden.
Oh yeah. I'll be hot too. I'll bet Man City money line next week.
I picked a minus 130 team.
Who'd they play?
Leicester.
Yeah, recently promoted.
I found
Come
I
on.
found a good line and bet it and won.
Don't apologize for
That's-
wins.
I'm
hey,
winning
hey,
bets.
Smokes,
Right, you
don't
wanna bet,
don't
you wanna
apologize for wins,
Like
Smokes.
I could have took Arsenal against fucking Brighton. Guess what? They lost.
I would have been
Like
proud of you.
favorites lose.
Would have been proud of you.
Whatever.
I just hedged my bet where I was like, if I'm going to go down on this pick, I want it to be Arsenal's fault. And sure enough, that's what happened.
Fuck you. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We'll be live every Tuesday and Thursday. It is international break. So we're going to release a video series on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then when international break is over, back to regular scheduled programming. So thanks
Yeah,
for watching.
We're going to do like a special one, right?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's special, but I want to
Yeah.
keep it like a secret.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace.